Hi, today we're going to learn how to use VPN to stay secure and private online. Wow, this is a tough job. Just kidding. When you use NordVPN, all it takes is just a single click. See for yourself. Click, and you're browsing securely on public Wi-Fi. Click, your ISP can't see what you do online. Click, and you're in a different country. Well, virtually. Any device you have there, NordVPN has you covered. Everything else is just details. But if you care to know more, NordVPN has more than 5,000 servers all over the world. It protects your sensitive data with advanced encryption, shields you from malware and phishing sites, and keeps no logs of your online activity.
Click link in the description and get 68% discount for your first order. Prep. Drape drop cloths over the floor and furniture. Working on your ceiling can be tricky. Even if you're super careful, a few stray drops of Gamazine can still drip and splatter on the floor and furniture below. For easy cleanup, lay out large sections of drop cloth along your floor and over any nearby pieces of furniture. If possible, remove or push away as much furniture from the room ahead of time. This will make your prep and clean up a lot easier. Remove any covers, fans, faceplates, or fixtures. Inspect your ceiling for any lights, ceiling fans, air vents, or other attachments. Gamazine can be pretty messy, and you don't want any leftover product sticking where it doesn't belong. Unscrew all of these attachments and set them aside for later. Apply painter's tape along the ceiling perimeter. Painter's tape isn't just for paint, it's also great when you're using textured coatings like Gamazine. Stick strips of tape along the edge where the ceiling meets the wall. Set up a ladder so you can reach the ceiling. Check that all 4 ladder feet are planted firmly on the ground and nothing is uneven or wobbly. Avoid standing higher than the 4th rung so you don't risk losing your balance. Wipe away any dust before applying the Gamazine. Drape a microfiber cloth over the top of a broom, securing it in place with a rubber band. Drag the broom along the ceiling, picking up any leftover dust or cobwebs as you go. Application. Fill a mud tray with Gamazine. Place several scoops of Gamazine in your paint tray with a paint trowel. Swipe over the product with your paint trowel to flatten it into the mud tray so it'll be easy to access. Some manufacturers offer Gamazine in different colors. Scoop a potato-sized amount of Gamazine along the edge of a flat, handled tray. You don't need too much with Gamazine, it helps to work in small sections. Keep your mud tray nearby so you have easy access. A flat, handled tray gives you some extra freedom and flexibility while you're applying the Gamazine. Scoop up half the Gamazine along the edge of your paint trowel. Grab a stainless steel paint trowel, sliding it in a swift, upward motion along the tray to scoop up some of the Gamazine. Don't scoop up all the product on your tray at once, just swipe up enough to coat a small 1 to 2 ft 0.30 to 0.61 in section of your ceiling. Don't use plain steel trowels, these can rust and stain your surface. Apply the product in vertical motions. Swipe the trowel along your ceiling in a quick, vertical motion to spread out a thin 3-4 mm layer of Gamazine. If you notice any obvious marks or lines forming on the product, swipe your trowel in a quick, horizontal motion to smooth out these creases. If you'd prefer, you can apply the product in a circular motion to smooth out the surface and finish off the texture. Flatten the product with a plastic float. A plastic float is a flat tool that's very similar to a trowel. However, instead of applying the Gamazine, it'll help get rid of the extra product. Move the float in small circular motions over the Gamazine to thin out the product. Work in small 1 to 2 ft 0.30 to 0.61 in sections until the ceiling is completely covered. Continue making your way across the ceiling, scooping and swiping the product in thin 3-4 mm layers along the surface. Repeat this process until your ceiling is completely coated. With Gamazine, only 1 coat is needed. Wait at least 24 hours for the product to dry. For more specific instructions, check the Gamazine container to figure out the exact drying time. Once the Gamazine is completely dry, put away your drop cloths and rearrange the room so it's back to normal. It's best to remove the painter's tape about an hour into drying while the product is still slightly wet. This way, dried residue won't stick and come off later on. Gamazine doesn't require any extra maintenance and will stay in great condition for years.